The vast majority of tabletop role-playing games and resources on DriveThruRPG sell less than 50 copies. The vast majority. That can be very discouraging to people who want to self-publish and produce their own games and their own resources. But I'm going to tell you how to avoid that. My name is Matt. I am the publisher and writer and creator behind dicegeeks.com and the Books of Random Tables. So why do the vast majority of RPGs and resources on DriveThruRPG, why do they sell less than 50 copies? Well, the good news about the time that we live in is that any writer or creator can publish anything they want. And what's the bad news? Any writer or creator can publish anything they want. We are in a glut of publishing. There are new RPGs and resources on DriveThruRPG every hour. Something is published all the time. And that really is a good thing, but it can make it very difficult for our products, our RPGs, our resources to stand out and to sell. So how do we get around this? Now, this is the really bad news, and nobody wants to ever hear this when I speak at conventions or when I talk to people who want to publish their own games and resources. No one ever wants to hear this, but it's the truth. What you need is what is usually called an author platform. And all that means is that you need an audience who knows, likes, and trusts you, that when you release a product, you can send it out to them and they will buy it. Because publishing is like a drop of water in the ocean. We just release something and it just gets swept away and it becomes part of the mass of everything that is published. So we need an audience that we can sell our products to, who know us, who like us, and who trust us. So what is an author platform? It can be anything from a social media platform, so Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, anywhere where you can have followers or people who can get to know you. It can also be an email list. It can also be past customers on DriveThruRPG.com. Whatever it is, it needs to be a place where people know you and that when you release that product, you can send them a message and say, hey, I have released this product. Without that author platform, it is going to be very difficult to sell more than 50 copies. Now, there are a few other things. There are paid ads, and then there is PR. So that is free promotion from somebody. You can obviously do those. Obviously, paid ads cost money. So if you're going to run paid ads, you're going to need some money. PR, public relations. If you can get that from YouTube creators or social media creators or other game designers or podcasters, that is great. However, sometimes that is hard to come by, especially if we're brand new and nobody knows who we are. So building an author platform, the main way this is done is usually by offering something for free so that people can learn about us and come to know us. On YouTube, that would be a video. You release a video for free so people can learn about you, know you, and trust you. Same goes for Instagram, all the social medias. Same goes for building an email list. You can offer free things so people sign up for an email list. You can also offer free products on DriveThruRPG. That is usually one of the main ways that people build an audience. So a few things, though, really quickly. And I know what everybody says. This is why I said when I talk at conventions or when I see people, they say, Matt, that sounds like tons of work. And I just want to write. I just want to write my role-playing game. And I understand that impulse. I went through that for a number of years, just saying, hey, I just want to write. I don't want to promote the book. I don't want to do marketing. I don't want to do all these things. But what did I realize? If I want to write, and I want to write full-time, I have to do marketing. I have to do promotion. It just comes with the territory. It's just part of doing business. And we should not be complaining about it or demanding that the world be different and just for it to work for us in a different way than it works for everybody else. if you want to self-publish tabletop role-playing games, you need to start thinking about how you can build an audience. I would advise picking one or two things that you're good at and then trying to go for those, but a lot of this is going to be trial and error. It usually involves giving away something for free, whether a video, social media content, or even some resources or a tabletop RPG. Say like the creators of back in the day, Stars Without Number, or a little bit more recently, Ironforged, was just released for free, and it created an audience. And then that creator, Sean Tompkin, could sell to that audience who got the first product for free. So you need to think about something like that. Everybody's going to be a little different. Everybody's going to have strengths and weaknesses, but you need to be thinking about it. Because if you release your product or your game into a vacuum, nothing will happen and you'll be discouraged. Trust me, I know. I worked on my game Anarchy for a year, and then I released it to nobody, and I sold like 5 to 10 copies, and I thought, oh, well, everything's terrible, self-publishing doesn't work. And then I realized I needed an audience to sell to, and that's when everything changed. And I took time to release some free things and to start building an email list and an audience that when I released a product that cost me money and time, I could release it to an audience that knew me, liked me, and trusted me and would buy that product with their hard-earned money. Like I said, most people consider this bad news. They don't want to hear this. They don't want to hear that they have to build its author platform and market by creating YouTube videos or Instagram content or TikToks or blog posts or free resources or whatever it is to attract people to their name and to their brand. They just want to create the game and release it. So, sorry, I'm the bearer of bad news. You got to build an author platform, though, if you want to sell and you want to be a real self-publisher. You've got to do it. Start doing some research. Bite the bullet. Understand that this is important for your business and for your creations to be seen by other people. Well, anyway, I'm Matt. You can learn more about me from the links in the description below. And until next time, keep gaming.